Max alert! The Bears management is making secret moves that could completely change the future of the franchise. An elite veteran has just become available, while our young quarterback receives harsh comparisons that no one expected. And if that wasn't enough, an experienced quarterback with ties to Justin Fields could join the team at any moment. The information I have is so explosive that I can't keep it to myself for even a minute longer. Stay until the end, because this will change everything you thought you knew about the future of Chicago. Rookie camp is about to kick off, and what I'm seeing seriously worries me. The Bears continue their endless search for depth at the quarterback position, and now they have their sights set on Matthew Downing, a quarterback who seems like he's been in college since the days of Dick Butkus. Want to know the most shocking part? This guy is 26 years old and has passed through 4 different universities. 4. Georgia, TCU, Louisiana Tech, and finally Elon. And do you know who one of his teammates at Georgia was? None other than Justin Fields. What a twist of fate. Downing comes in after throwing 3,964 yards with 35 touchdowns and just 8 interceptions at Elon. Not bad numbers at all. But I'm telling you this, do we really need another quarterback project when we have Caleb Williams as our franchise guy, Tyson Bagent as a proven backup, Case Keenum as the veteran, and Austin Reed on the practice squad? Chad Reuter of NFL.com ranks him as the 10th best undrafted quarterback of 2025, which means something, I guess. But I ask you, what does this say about our confidence in Williams' development when we keep bringing quarterbacks left and right? What intrigues me is how a guy can spend 7 years in college football and barely get any starting time in his last 2 seasons. When he was at Georgia, he completed 8 out of 10 passes while playing behind Jake Fromm, and with Fields there too. Then at TCU, he barely threw 34 passes in 3 seasons. Downing himself has responded to criticisms about his age by saying, "People always say, 'You're 24, give up.' I just don't see it that way. People haven't walked in my shoes and don't understand what I've been through to get here." I think his perseverance is admirable, but this is a ruthless business. Last year we saw the Bears sign several players after tryouts at the rookie minicamp, like John Jackson, Leon Jones, Deshaun Mallory, and Paul Moala. They even signed veteran Freddie Swain and tight end Tommy Sweeney. Will Downing be the next to join the ranks? Or is he just another face in the endless parade of quarterbacks that have gone through Hollis Hall? I ask you, how many quarterbacks do we really need to build a winning team? Get ready, because I just got some explosive information that could completely change the defensive landscape for the Bears in 2025. Jadeveon Clowney, a 3-time Pro Bowler and first overall pick in the 2014 draft, has just been released by the Carolina Panthers and is available right now. Let me be brutally honest with you. Ryan Poles may have done an outstanding job improving our offensive line and hiring Ben Johnson as head coach, but there's a giant hole in our defense that needs to be filled urgently. We need a complimentary pass rusher for Montez Sweat, and we've done almost nothing about it. I'll tell you this bluntly. Our pressure on the quarterback last year was pathetic. We ended up allowing 68 sacks, the most in the league. And the most alarming part is that Poles didn't draft a Beasizi single defensive end this year. Yes, they signed Dayo Odeyingbo in free agency, but let's be realistic. His sack numbers are questionable at best. Now, Clowney could be the answer we so desperately need. According to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, the Panthers released Clowney, who had an outstanding salary of $8,525,000, with $2 million guaranteed. Carolina explored a possible trade during draft week and then selected several pass rushers in the second round. And you know what? Clowney is 32 years old, but he can still be productive. In his 11-year career, he has played in 140 games, started in 127, and accumulated 58 sacks, 409 tackles, and 15 forced fumbles. Last season, he recorded 5.5 sacks, 4 defended passes, and 46 tackles. I firmly believe Clowney would be ideal for the Bears because we could use him in rotation in passing situations while allowing Austin Booker and Odeyingbo to play on first down. Dennis Allen loves pass rushers with Clowney's physique. 6'6", 266 pounds, and 34.5-inch arms. It's exactly what Poles has mentioned before. We need waves of pass rushers to win championships. I ask you, isn't this a perfect opportunity to get closer to that ideal? The reality is, Clowney wouldn't have to be the anchor of our pass rush, reducing pressure. With Sweat as our main defensive end, and the additions of Odeyingbo and Shemar Turner, Clowney could be the final piece to complete the puzzle. Should the Bears sign Jadeveon? My answer is a resounding yes. What's yours? Listen up! Because what I'm about to share could be the key to the future of our franchise. Our quarterback of the future, Caleb Williams, is being compared to an emerging star in Chicago, but not who you'd expect. Mark Silverman of Shaw Local is urging Williams to follow the example of Pete Crow Armstrong, the center fielder for the Chicago Cubs, who is dominating the start to the 2025 season after a pretty uneven rookie year. Let's get to the facts. Williams broke the Bears' rookie record for passing yards, 3,541, and touchdowns, 20. However, he didn't live up to the astronomical expectations that come with being the first overall pick. Meanwhile, Crow Armstrong is hitting .265 with 9 home runs, 27 RBI, and 12 stolen bases in 2025, a huge improvement after batting just .237 with 10 home runs last season. What can Williams learn from PCA? According to Silverman, it's not as simple as just being more comfortable in year 2 versus year 1. PCA made real adjustments to his batting fundamentals. I'm not asking Caleb to redo his throwing mechanics, but I hope he's been in the lab. I tell you without filters, Williams' deep ball accuracy was the most disappointing of his physical abilities, and his footwork needed urgent improvement. But the biggest issue was holding onto the ball too long and processing plays faster. It wasn't as bad as Justin Fields, but anyone denying it's a problem is in total denial. The Bears organization has understood this and followed a similar plan to the Cubs. Just as the Cubs signed Kyle Tucker to take the pressure off PCA, Poles brought in All-Pro Joe Thuney and completely rebuilt the offensive line. What the Bears have done around Williams is impressive. They hired Ben Johnson, one of the most sought-after names in the market, as head coach. They've completely reinforced the offensive line with Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson as guards, along with Drew Dalman as center, and they've added deadly weapons like receiver Luther Burden and tight end Colston Loveland. But I ask you, will it be enough? Because now it rests entirely on Williams to prove he can adapt and live up to his first overall pick status. I think the most important adjustment he must make is reducing the time he holds the ball. The Bears allowed 68 sacks in 2024, the highest in the league. Though the offensive line wasn't great, Williams didn't do himself many favors either. With a real offensive plan implemented by Johnson, the hope is that Williams won't have to wait for plays to develop downfield. He'll have multiple reads to different passing options, allowing him to make quick decisions in the pocket. Can Williams elevate the Bears in the standings, as Crow Armstrong has done with the Cubs, who lead the National League Central Division, with a 22-16 record? The future of our franchise depends on it. What do you think? Should the Bears take a gamble on a 26-year-old quarterback like Matthew Downing? Or is it just a waste of time and resources? Time will tell if he can overcome his limited college opportunities to earn a spot in the NFL. And speaking of crucial decisions, could the potential addition of Jadeveon Clowney transform our defensive line? Do you think Ryan Poles should make an immediate offer for him or look for other options to complement Montez Sweat? But most importantly, will Caleb Williams be able to make the necessary adjustments like Pete Crow Armstrong did with the Cubs? The future of our franchise hinges on it, and we all need to stand united in supporting him. If you want more exclusive analysis about the Chicago Bears, don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now. Leave your comments below with your opinions on these explosive news pieces. What decisions would you make if you were Ryan Poles? Remember to like the video and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on our Bears. We're family, and together we'll cheer this team on until the end. Bear down, and see you in the next video.